Okay, welcome everyone to Jeopardy episode 4. I'm here with Zach and Anna, who were our co-champions of episode 3. They're both back here trying to take the top spot tonight. And a new challenger is here. His name is Joe. I will introduce all of them after round 1, but we're going to start off with our first round of Jeopardy now. So our categories for round 1 are A to Z anime, famous triangles. Every answer will include the word triangle in it. Welcome to the 60s. Oh, the horror. And billionaires with a B. Every answer will be a billionaire whose first or last name starts with B. Okay, so usually we do the champion of the previous round gets to choose the first question, but tonight, since we have co-champions, I'm going to let Joe choose the first question.
Okay, I will choose famous triangles for 200.
Okay. Brad Pitt, Angelina Jolie, and Jennifer Aniston formed this type of triangle due to their complicated relationship. Zach?
What is a love triangle?
That's correct.
I'll do famous triangles for 400.
On March 25th, 1911, in New York City, a fire killed 145 workers in this building. Zach?
What is the Triangle Shirtwaist Factory fire?
That's
Or
correct.
Triangle Shirtwaist Factory, yeah. We'll do triangles for 600.
A three-sided geometric shape whose sides and angles all must have different measures. Joe?
It's not acute and it's not equilateral, so obtuse.
That's not what we're looking for. Sorry, Joe. Anyone else? All right, the correct answer is what is a scalene triangle?
Yeah, that's right.
You went for the angles only option, I believe. Okay, make sure to lower your hand, Joe. All right, Chef, back to you.
We'll do famous triangles for 800.
The Nazis forced gay men to wear these to identify themselves in concentration camps. Today, it's reclaimed as a positive symbol of self-identity and pride. Zach?
What is the Star of David?
No, that's incorrect. Anyone else? All right, the correct answer is, what is a pink triangle? Okay, Zach.
Yeah, we'll do famous triangles for 1,000.
Okay. A triangular array of numbers in which those at the ends of the rows are 1, and each of the others is the sum of the nearest two numbers in the row above. Joe?
What is Pascal's triangle?
That's correct. All right. Joe, you pick.
I will pick Welcome to the 60s for 200.
Okay.
And I'll lower my hand.
Thank you. An estimated 400,000 people attended this 1969 music festival in New York, which became synonymous with the counterculture movement of the decade. Zach?
What is Woodstock?
That's correct.
And we'll do Welcome to the 60s for 400.
This man assassinated John F. Kennedy on November 23rd, 1963. Zach?
Who is Lee Harvey Oswald?
That's correct.
We'll do 60s for 600.
In April 1961, this attack was launched by the CIA to push Cuban leader Fidel Castro from power. However, it quickly failed as the 1,400 American trained Cubans surrendered within 24 hours. Zach?
What is the Bay of Pigs?
Yes, that's correct.
We'll do 60s for 800.
This actor starred alongside Mary Tyler Moore from 1961 to 1965 on a show whose title contains his name. Okay. The correct answer is who's Dick Van Dyke? All righty.
We'll do 60s for 1,000.
Okay. This 1964 federal legislation outlawed segregation in public places and banned employment discrimination on the basis of race, color, religion, sex, or national origin. Zach?
What is the Civil Rights Act?
Yes, that's correct. Okay.
We'll do anime for 200.
All right. Though it was not made in Japan, this 2000s American animated TV show on Nickelodeon was heavily influenced by anime. Zach?
What is Avatar?
Yes, that's correct.
Anime for 400.
Oh boy, I'm going to do my best with pronunciation. Yoshihiro Togashi, creator of Hunter x Hunter and Yu Yu Hakusho, forms an anime power couple with his wife Naomi Takeuchi, who created this anime. Zach,
What is Sailor Moon?
that's correct.
We'll do anime for 600.
Okay. This is the most popular genre of anime in the world, featuring titles such as Naruto, My Hero Academia, and Dragon Ball series. Zach?
What is shonen?
Yes, that's correct.
Anime for 800.
The manga author, anime screenwriter that goes by the moniker One, created 2 anime series, One Punch Man and this. Anyone? All right, the correct answer is what is Mob Psycho 100?
An anime for 1,000.
TMS Entertainment created this dystopian 1980s anime film, which makes use of cell animation, meaning every frame is drawn by hand. Zach?
What is Akira?
That's correct. All right, new category.
We'll do billionaires with a B for 200.
Okay. This billionaire, whose net worth is an estimated 182 billion, started his retail empire by selling books out of a garage in Seattle. Zach?
It was Jeff Bezos.
That's correct.
Billionaires for 400.
He dropped out of Harvard in his junior year and went on to co-found the world's largest personal computer software company. Zach?
It was Bill Gates.
That's correct.
Billionaires with a B for 600.
This American investor and business tycoon is the chairman and CEO of Berkshire Hathaway. Zach?
It was Warren Buffett.
That's correct.
We'll do billionaires for 800.
His first Wall Street job was with Salomon Brothers, where he quickly climbed the ladder, becoming a partner in 1972. He started his own financial data company in 1981. Zach?
It was Michael Bloomberg.
That's correct.
And then billionaires for 1,000.
He's the co-founder and CEO of Airbnb. Anyone? All right, the correct answer is who is Brian Chesky.
Oh,
Let's do horror for 200.
Okay. The films Children of the Corn, The Mist, and It are all horror movie adaptations of novels by this famous author. Zach?
It was Stephen King.
That's correct.
Horror for 400.
Okay. This 1960 Alfred Hitchcock film stars Anthony Perkins as Norman Bates. Zach?
What is Psycho?
That's correct.
The horror for 600.
And that is our daily double of the round. So how much would you like to wager?
I'll wager 3,800.
3,800? Okay. This 1999 found footage style horror film's total budget was a mere 300,000. It raked in over 248 million at the box office.
What is the Blair Witch Project?
That's correct. All right. So that puts you at 10,600.
Horror for 800.
This term, coined by Carol J. Clover, is a common trope in horror films that is represented by the last heroine alive to face the killer. Anyone? All right, the correct answer is, what is a final girl? And we'll finish it up here. This infamous 1938 radio broadcast caused mass panic when listeners believed Orson Welles' fictional tale about a Martian invasion was true. Zach?
What is the War of the Worlds?
That's correct. All righty. So that finishes our first round. And we have Zach in the lead at 11,600, Joe with 400, and Anna still with 0. But there's still plenty of points in round 2. So it really is anyone's game still at this point. But before we start with that second round, let's get to know our players a little bit better. So we will start with Zach, because he's at the top of my screen. Zach is a consulting analyst from Chicago. Now, Zach, we hear that you made a new purchase for your apartment after the whole beanbag fiasco.
Yeah, so the beanbag didn't quite work out. So instead of this with the space, I purchased a couple microphones and I took my guitar amp out there. And now we have like our own makeshift karaoke station. So we've been doing a lot of singing lately, a lot of ABBA.
I was gonna say, what's the preferred song choice? Just ABBA.
Oh yeah, just anything from Mamma Mia, honestly. That's we've gone through a lot of songs from there.
Solid choice. Solid choice.
Mhm.
Next up, we have Anna, who's our processing supervisor from Long Island.
Yes.
Anna, I hear that you can do a headstand for over 5 minutes.
Yes.
So, what's a headstand versus a handstand? Like you're balancing
On your
just-
head. So you put your hands like behind your head and just like,
Oh wow, that sounds painful.
it's not if you do it like correctly. But yeah, it's like riding a bike. I like learned how to do it in high school and now I could just like do it.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
I won a
impressive.
contest in gym class. with
Oh,
Miss
wow.
Bennett. Yeah.
Very impressive. Alrighty, and last up we have Joe, who is a senior associate in financial services solutions data from Westchester, New York. Now, Joe, I hear that you hate fun facts, and that is your fun facts for us. Is this true?
Yes, that is my fun fact today. It's always an interesting icebreaker to listen to, not as much to think of.
That's fair. It kind of puts you on the spot, especially when you're going through college or something and have to say 100 of them. But alrighty. Well, I think it is time to move on to round 2. So this is double Jeopardy, so all points are doubled. I'm just going to fill in the points. Was it 11,600? Yes. Okay. And like I said, there's plenty of points on this board and 2 daily doubles, so plenty of like room to make up for round 1. So Anna, since you're in last right now, you get to pick first. So choose.
Let's do all about hair.
Oh
for
wait,
400.
sorry. Let me just go through the categories quick.
Oh, okay.
Categories are Broadway musicals, All About Hair, European capital cities, In a Nutshell. So every answer will be a word formed from the letters in the phrase a nutshell, and musical instruments. So what was that you're picking as your first choice?
All about hair for 400.
Okay, great. It was a popular boy band hairstyle from the late 1990s to the early 2000s, made possible by bleach and gel. All right. Oh, Anna?
What is frosted tips?
Yes, that's correct. What are frosted tips? All right, you choose next.
All about hair for 800.
Okay. This hairstyle, associated with punk subculture, gets its name from the diadem crown donned by the Statue of Liberty. All right, the correct answer is, what are Liberty spikes? Anna?
Let's do all about hair for 1200.
Okay, and that's our daily double.
Oh my god.
So you can wager up to $2,000 right now. What would you like to?
Will I go negative?
You would go negative if you get it.
You know what? 2,000.
2,000. All right.
Let's do it.
Daily double. Here you go. And this question is only for Anna. 13% of this United Kingdom country's population has red hair, the highest percentage in the world.
What is Ireland?
Unfortunately,
No,
that's incorrect. It's what is Scotland.
Oh, okay.
All right, so you're at negative 1,600. But still on the first category, so plenty of time to make it up. And you pick again.
Let's do all about hair for 1,600.
Okay. This medical condition, varying in extremity, causes loss of hair and in some cases, loss of all body hair. Anna?
What is alopecia?
That's correct. And you are back. Oh, just did that. Back to 0. Okay.
Let's do all about hair for 2,000.
Okay. The feathery layered wings hairstyle was popularized in the 70s by this actress who rose to stardom in the TV series Charlie's Angel. Anna?
Who is Farrah Fawcett?
That's correct. All right. Where would you like to go next?
Let's do In a Nutshell for 400.
Okay. An ionic compounds with the chemical formula NaCl. Zach?
With sodium chloride or salt.
Oh boy. All right. I have to go with your first answer. And I have to say that's incorrect with the first answer. I'm sorry.
Mhm.
Sodium chloride was not. Anna. Oh,
What
sorry.
is salt?
Yeah. Okay. Anna,
Um,
go ahead.
let's do in a nutshell for 800.
Okay. A fraud or swindle. Also, to move hurriedly. Anyone? Okay, the correct answer is what is hustle?
Mm.
Anna?
Let's move to European capital cities for 400.
Okay. The Swedish pop group ABBA formed in this capital city in 1972. Zach?
Was it Oslo?
That's incorrect. Joe?
What is Stockholm?
That's correct. All right, Joe, you pick.
European capital cities for 800.
Okay. The first modern Olympic Games were held in this capital city in 1896. Zach?
Was Paris?
That's incorrect. And Joe, I believe you were next.
What is Athens?
Yes, that's correct.
European capital cities for 1200.
Bucharest is the capital of this Eastern European country. Zach?
What is Hungary?
That's incorrect. Joe?
That was gonna be my guess, so I'm gonna give a different answer.
Would you like to just give a guess?
Let's see. What is?
Quick. Gotta be quick.
I don't know.
Okay. Unfortunately, yeah. Ran out of time there. Oh, let me bring back up. The correct answer is Romania. Okay. Joe, still with you?
European capital cities for 16.
Okay. This is the westernmost capital city of continental Europe. It's also the only capital city of continental Europe to border the Atlantic Ocean. Zach?
Was Lisbon?
Yes, that's correct. Okay.
And European capital cities for 2000.
The European Union headquarters is located in this capital city. Anna?
What is Vienna?
That's incorrect. Zach?
Was Brussels?
That's correct. Okay.
Let's do musical instruments for 400.
Okay. This instrument is depicted in the popular beer brand Guinness's logo. Zach?
Was a harp?
That's correct.
Musical instruments for 800.
I'm Yours by Jason Mraz remains the top-selling song for this instrument since 2008. Zach?
Was it ukulele?
That's correct.
Musical instruments for 1200.
This family of musical instruments includes oboes, bassoons, and saxophones. Zach?
What are woodwinds?
That's correct.
Musical instruments for 1600.
This is the lowest pitched instrument in the string family. Joe?
What is the double bass?
That's correct. All right, Joe, you pick.
Musical instruments for 2000.
Meaning to make every possible effort. The term pull out all the stops comes from a technique used when playing this instrument. Joe?
Violin, the technique would be vibrato.
Unfortunately, no. Anyone? All right, the correct answer is what is an organ? Joe, still with you though.
In a nutshell for 1200.
Awesome, and that is a daily double, our last one of the game. So you can wager up to 2,000. How much would you like to do?
2000, I've already lost.
Okay. Not necessarily. Here we go. A person who investigates crime, a detective. You have 3 seconds to answer.
What is a spy?
No, unfortunately, the correct answer is what is a sleuth? All right. But you still pick Joe.
In a nutshell for 1600.
Sure. soft, finely stratified sedimentary rock that formed from consolidated mud or clay and can be split easily into fragile slabs. Anyone? All right, the correct answer is, what is shale? Joe?
For 2000.
All right. A dose, quantity, or substance that is not deadly. Anyone? All right. The correct answer is, what is unlethal? Okay, Joe, over to you.
400.
Okay. This Broadway musical, inspired by Romeo and Juliet, tells the story of rival gangs, Jets and Sharks. Zach?
What is West Side Story?
That's correct.
Broadway for 800.
Think of Me, Angel of Music, and The Music of the Night are all songs from this Broadway musical. Anyone? All right. The correct answer is, what is The Phantom of the Opera?
1200.
Okay. Before Hamilton, Lin-Manuel Miranda wrote the music and lyrics for this 2008 Broadway musical. Zach?
What is In the Heights?
That's correct.
1600.
Okay. Glee stars Leah Michele and Jonathan Groff acted alongside each other in this Broadway musical in 2006. Anyone? All right, the correct answer is, what is Spring Awakening? And our final question of Double Jeopardy is, this was Disney's first Broadway musical. Zach?
Was The Lion King?
That's incorrect. Anna, Joe, anyone care to make a guess? Joe, nothing to lose here?
Zach, congratulations on your victory. You can wager anything.
No? All right. Joe, do you want to wager a guess or nothing?
No.
Okay, that's fine. Anna?
What is the color purple?
No.
It's terrifying for Disney to
The
do.
correct
I
answer
don't know.
is, what is Beauty and the Beast?
Oh.
I was thinking of something else.
Okay, so we end with Anna and Joe both in negative, so it is confirmed that Zach will win. However, we're still going to go forward with our final Jeopardy because it's going to be fun, so why not? Okay, our final Jeopardy category is Anatomy of the Earth. So Zach, you can still go ahead and choose how much you want to wager. And Joe and Anna, you guys can just hang tight for a second. But Zach, text me your wager. And then once he does that, I'll reveal the question. Once I finish reading, you'll all have 30 seconds to send me your answer. Okay. Let's do that. I'll bring up a timer. Okay, here we go. The question is, and make sure you have your phones out to text me the answer. This is Earth's thickest layer, making up the majority of the Earth's total volume. Made mostly of iron, magnesium, and silicon, it is dense, hot, and semi-solid. Your 30 seconds start now. All right. Nope. The Office started playing. So let me just quickly bring over these scores. And then I will go ahead. 2,000. Okay, so we'll start with Joe since he was in last place. The question was, one more time, this is the Earth's thickest layer, making up the majority of the Earth's total volume, and so on. Joe said, what is the inner core? And unfortunately, that was incorrect. But since you're negative, you didn't get to wager, so you're still at negative 2,000. Then we had to Anna, who said, what is the mantle? And she was correct. But unfortunately, again, in the negative, so she couldn't wager anything on this question. Then we have Zach, who wagered everything. But he said, what is the mantle? So he got that right. So he ends at 28,800. So we have our final scores, and Zach will be moving on to episode 5. Anna and Joe, you guys still did great. It was a tough one. There were a lot of categories this round. Were definitely very tough. So I think you guys still did a great job.
Thank you.
I hope that you enjoyed playing and didn't regret it.
I did not regret it. I had a great time.
Good.
Happy to be
Joe.
here.
I was slaughtered. I didn't know any of the categories, but I tried.
You did, and you did well with some. I didn't realize In a Nutshell was going to be a very tough one, but
That was tough.
That was hard. It was definitely harder this time.
yeah. Alrighty, well, thank you everyone for playing, and Zach, we will see you next week.
Absolutely. Bye.